You're applying to the Air Force, the branch built on precision, technology, and calculated risk. You see the polished jets, the clean bases, the path to a specialized career. But beneath the chrome exterior lies a trap, a meticulous system designed to filter out the unprepared. This isn't a test of grit, it's a test of calculated preparation. If you commit these 5 fatal errors, your application will be discarded and your future will fail to launch. I witnessed it firsthand. I watched smart, capable candidates, those who could run for miles and ace college exams, get screened out before their medical review. Their failure wasn't physical, it was administrative, procedural, or simply a deep misunderstanding of the Air Force's operational culture. My personal reckoning came during the security clearance phase. I had been lax, assuming small youthful indiscretions were irrelevant. When the background check stalled, the fear was paralyzing. I wasn't just losing a job, I was losing a trajectory. That stall became my metaphor, the waiting room, a sterile, silent space where your future is dictated by the documents you submitted and the truths you obscured. If you are to succeed in this highly specialized branch, you must learn to navigate the bureaucracy as ruthlessly as you would navigate a battlefield. You must avoid these 5 worst mistakes. Worst mistake number 1 to avoid: treating the ASVAB or AFOQT as a minimum score. The first colossal error is viewing the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery or the Air Force Officer Qualifying Test as a simple hurdle. This is a profound misunderstanding of Air Force recruitment. They do not want a score, they want specialists. Your score isn't just about passing, it's a ceiling on the jobs, Air Force Specialty Codes, or AFSCs, you qualify for. The waiting room taught me this. The candidate next to me had the physical fitness, but a mediocre ASVAB score. He wanted cyber operations. He qualified for none of the technical jobs. He was filtered out, left waiting, while high-scoring individuals secured their desired contracts instantly. Never rely on the minimum. The Air Force uses these assessments to predict technical competence. Your score dictates your destination. If you don't aim for the highest possible aptitude, you are eliminating the careers that define this branch. Worst mistake number 2 to avoid: disregarding the culture of precision and appearance. This branch operates on precision, from flight patterns to facility layout. The second worst mistake is underestimating the culture of impeccable appearance and procedural detail. We aren't the Army. We don't celebrate muddiness. We celebrate operational excellence. I saw candidates who focused only on high-intensity exercise but neglected the daily mundane discipline, keeping uniform sharp, maintaining pristine records, and mastering military bearing. This is a subtle error. Your recruiter, your instructor, your supervisor, they are measuring your adherence to detail. They believe a failure to square a corner on your bed implies a failure to meticulously check a pre-flight checklist. Your attention to minor detail is their measure of your reliability in major operations. You cannot buy a security clearance. You earn it through demonstrable trustworthiness in every small task. Worst mistake number 3 to avoid: hiding or minimizing medical and legal history. This is the fastest path to disqualification and the most common reason for extended limbo in the waiting room. The third worst mistake is omitting or downplaying any element of your medical or legal past, no matter how minor it seems. The Air Force's security clearances are exceptionally thorough. Every prescription, every past injury, every interaction with law enforcement, even dismissed charges will surface. I nearly stalled my entire process over an old forgotten consultation note from a high school soccer injury. I minimized it, and the resulting scrutiny nearly ended my hopes. The bureaucracy doesn't penalize you for having a history. It penalizes you for attempting to deceive the system. Full disclosure is not a weakness. It is a mandatory security measure. Any attempts at concealment are immediately flagged as untrustworthiness, and that judgment is non-negotiable. Worst mistake number 4 to avoid: being non-committal on job selection, AFSC. The Air Force is highly specialized. The fourth worst mistake is being non-committal, or worse, entering the enlistment process without a meticulously researched list of backup AFSCs. Recruiters are busy. They need to fill slots. If you walk in saying, "I'll take anything," you will likely get a job that fulfills the Air Force's needs, not your potential. Your job defines your life in this service more than in any other branch. I watched candidates lose coveted technical slots because they didn't have 5 backup AFSCs prepared and ranked. They were pressured into accepting a non-technical job just to process their paperwork. A lack of career research is a guarantee of career disappointment. Understand your scores, research the future trajectory of your potential jobs, and walk in with a detailed printed plan. Worst mistake number 5 to avoid: failing to transition from civilian thinking to operational thinking. Finally, the 5th mistake is psychological: failing to shift your worldview. Civilian thinking is rooted in rights and individuality. Operational thinking is rooted in responsibility and collective outcome. I made this error by constantly asking why during instruction, challenging every order with my civilian logic. The purpose of training is to forge instant, unquestioning compliance when human lives or highly expensive military equipment are at stake. When you're asked to account for a single screw, it is not because the screw is valuable, but because the F-22 Raptor it came from is. Your instructor is measuring your ability to prioritize the mission over your comfort or individual understanding. Your civilian impatience must be replaced with operational acceptance. That shift in thinking is the final clearance required for success. I eventually received my final clearance, but the waiting room, the psychological stress of being stalled, taught me more than any classroom. It taught me the sheer cost of my 5 mistakes. My personal trajectory, the high-tech career I desired, would have been impossible if I hadn't gone back and corrected those initial errors, fixing the score, mastering the details, clearing up the forgotten history, and committing to my job list. If you want to wear that uniform, if you want that specialized career, you must recognize that the Air Force is a system of exacting standards. You must be precise in your preparation, honest in your disclosures, meticulous in your appearance, and unwavering in your commitment to the collective outcome. Do not be the candidate who gets screened out because of negligence. Do not let your ambition stall in the waiting room. Master these 5 principles. You will fail without this.